Okay, you guys are back at the Inbound Farm. First, I'll be showing you guys my temporary ribbon snake setup because I just got them feeding them a minute ago off camera because I don't want to stress them out too much by trying to hold them and feed them because it's kind of my second time feeding them because I tried feeding them the other day and the one took a piece but the other one wouldn't. But I can confess the male sitting right there and the female's back there. You can kind of see her head. But this is a 10-gallon aquarium, which is a terrarium, whatever you want to call it. I have them housed in this for time being. It's kind of like a little quarantine tank till I'm gonna keep them here for about 2 weeks. Make sure they're gonna stay nice and healthy. They're eating good and all that stuff. Then I'm gonna stick them in with my garter snake, eastern garter snake, or a common garter snake, whatever you want to call it. But this is our temporary setup for right now. I was using paper towels for them. I got some Aspen, Zoo Med Aspen chips. Get it off of Chewy.com, which I would recommend to go check out their site. Really good. They got stuff for cheap price. I got 20. Hang on, let me look behind me here. 24 quart bag for $14.99, which ain't too bad. They only got a filter and everything else off there, which we'll be seeing in an unboxing video before this video. But let's talk about this setup right here. I mean, it's simple. Got that's an Exoterra large rock hide, I think is what they're called. Not quite for sure. I got that one there. It's just I think it's the it's a Zilla. I think it's like a Zilla medium. I can't really remember the name of it. But anyway, that's just a piece of wood that we've had in the house for a long time. I've used it for multiple hides before in the past. Just a hollowed out piece of wood, then kind of get in and hide. And I did have their basking lights set over top of that, but for some reason I didn't like going up there and basking. This kept coming out here and coiling up right here in the front. So I set the light right there. Because that's where I had the light at to begin with. I never had the hollowed out piece of wood. I think they just used to basking right there, so they just kept coming out to there. But I'll show you guys this setup. I'm going to move into the other room and show you guys the garter snake setup, which these guys will be going in, which is a 20-gallon long. Which eventually, I'm going to put them in a 55, which I should be getting. I wouldn't quite say soon, it's going to be a little while, but I'm going to be putting them all in a 55-gallon together. That way we'll have plenty of room. This is kind of just like a temporary thing. You're not going to stay in the rest of your life, or whatever you want to say. Yeah, that's the male eastern ribbon, and the female is back there in the back. You can kind of see her head sticking out right there. I'll turn the flashlight on, but I don't know if it's going to glare on the glass or if you can actually see back here. Yeah, you can kind of see back there, but it's kind of glaring, but you can see him back there. But anyway, that's the female. So I'm gonna go to the garter snake setup and show you guys his setup. So we'll be back here in a second. Anyways, right here is his setup. He's in his 20-gallon long. Also, Aspen. Did have him on paper towel, so I got my Aspen today. Got his little basking spot up here now. Right there he is. I think he's gonna go here in a hollow logger. He's gonna make his way over here to bask. Right there he is. It's a male. He's roughly probably about 2 feet long, 2.5 maybe at the most. Okay, he's gonna go into this hide now. He might come out the other end. Maybe. I don't see him yet. But he's going in this hide right here. Which is also another piece of wood. It's a hollow piece of wood. Then we got a rock. Humid hide. Water dish. Which, it's just kind of, like I said, it's kind of a temporary setup till I get to 55-gallon. I don't really know when that's going to happen. I see his head. He's just kind of staring at me. He's like, hello. That's kind of glaring pretty bad. Oh, yeah, you can kind of see his head. But, just a basic little setup. Then after this, I'm going to be showing you guys the river cooter setup. Which, like we said before in the unboxing video, you know, there was a such thing called a river cooter until somebody suggested it to us from Big Apple Herps, which they're doing great eating fish fillet pieces. We tried getting them to eat bananas, tried getting them to eat worms, but they eat fish fillet, which isn't bad considering that's what everything else eats. My snapping turtle eats fish fillet. This guy eats fish fillet. The ribbon snakes, I already gave them some fish fillet. They ate it. Tilapia. But ribbon snakes and garter snakes basically the same thing, except for kind of have two different personalities. Ribbon snake acts more like a racer, while the garter snake, well, he acts like a garter snake. They'll eat anything. They're very active. Ribbon snakes are kind of shy, but once they get used to it, they are kind of active, like you've seen when I was taking the video earlier. I just had them for 3 days, and they're already getting used to me. I used to walk past their tank when I first got them into their setup, and they'd bolt back into a hiding place, or they'd bolt, you know, go crazy trying to climb upside the tank. Now they're kind of used to me walking past their tank, and they just sit there, and they even let me videotape them today, which they have not been really doing. But basking light over there a second. There we go. Just kind of tapped his tail a little bit, that way we can get a little look at this guy. Could you just stay there a second, please? But little male, he's super tame. I've had him for probably about maybe 2 months now. Maybe about a month and a half, but I have had him for a good little bit. I actually found this guy outside, but it's super cold. So I just went and brought him in the house and set him into this 20-gallon long. And he's done good ever since. He ate good from the first day I brought him in. I've had him with earthworms, and what I done to get him eating fish fillet, I actually placed an earthworm on top of a piece of fish fillet, which had like a sour cream lid in his tank, and he grabbed a worm and a fish fillet at the same time and ate them both. So I kept doing that for a while. Then he kind of got used to it, so I just set a piece of fish fillet down, and he'd come out and kind of stare at it for a little bit, flick his tongue rapidly to realize what it was, and then he'd just grab it, which he probably thinks I'm feeding him right now, but he's had plenty to eat. He had 2 pieces of fish fillet. This is what I fed him today. 2 pieces of fish fillet and 4 earthworms. You know, kind of like want to give him a variety of food. You don't want to keep giving him the same thing over and over and over again. So I give him earthworms and fish fillet, and don't really have nothing else I can really offer him. I mean, you can offer him a chicken liver too. It'll take chicken liver and a beef liver. You know, just anything really. It's meat. But you always want to make sure it's cooked instead of raw. I mean, some things. Anyway. But that's going to be it for this. Oh, yeah, I'm going to show you guys the river cooler setup. Well, temporary setup, because we'll be setting up a 55-gallon aquarium. We actually bought a pump for that today. Or yesterday off Chewy.com. Anyway, I'm going to be showing you guys their setup, so I'll be back here in just a minute. And here's the river cooler. One of them. The other one's back there swimming around. He might make his way over this way. If not, you can kind of see him back here swimming back and forth. This is a 5.5-gallon tank. Like I said, it's temporary until they get their 55-gallon. But it's kind of hurry up and bought these guys without really thinking about what we was going to stick them in. So we had this extra 5.5 in my breeder sitting around, or baby tank, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, I had it sitting around, so we figured we'd use it. And they've been driving it pretty good. It's just like a piece of stone tile in there. But, oh, there he goes. But that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video.